Hello there and welcome to Folk-a-Dilly Tales. Every week we will be here to tell you some crazy stories, some amazing poems, accompanied by some fantastic songs. My name is John Hales and I will be your host. This week, Irma Valerie Barker. Kessingland, Suffolk, 1895 to 1960. Victor Barker, originally named Irma Valerie Barker, was a transgender woman from Jersey. Throughout her life, she used various pseudonyms, including the name Geoffrey Norton. As a child, her father had desired a son, so she was raised participating in traditionally masculine activities such as boxing, fencing, and riding. In 1918, Barker married an Australian lieutenant, but the marriage was short-lived. Although they never finalised their divorce, Barker remarried a few years later to an Australian man named Ernest Pierce Crouch, who was still married to his estranged wife. The couple moved to Paris, where Barker gave birth to a son. Upon returning to London, she gave birth to a daughter, but neither child was ever registered. Unfortunately, Barker's husband was a violent man who hospitalised her for a few days. In response, Valerie threatened legal action unless he left. In 1923, Barker entered into a relationship with Elfrida Emma Hayward. Although Barker initially presented herself as a woman to Elfrida, she later revealed that she was in fact a man who had assumed a female identity for family reasons, claiming to have been injured in the war. The couple resided at the Grand Hotel in Brighton. During this time, Barker adopted the name Sir Victor Barker. On the 14th of November 1923, Barker and Hayward had a wedding ceremony which was later deemed illegal. In 1926, she joined the National Fascists. After facing financial troubles, she was arrested for failing to appear in court for bankruptcy proceedings. Additionally, she faced charges of theft and perjury, but was fined and released. Barker portrayed herself as a war hero, donning medals and claiming the titles of captain and colonel. However, after years of living a tumultuous life evading the authorities, she decided to escape the chaos and settled in Kessingland, Suffolk. It was here that she passed away, aged 65, after a brief illness, spending her final days in the men's ward of Lowestoft Hospital. She was buried in an unmarked grave, with her death being registered under the name of Geoffrey Norton. Welcome. Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today to pay our last thoughts and respects to Captain Lilias Barker. 'Valerie Barker.
Excuse me.
Bless you. 'Valerie Barker. 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 'Valerie Barker or, as her friends would call her, Captain Lilias. On the small isle of Jersey in 1895, her father, a sportsman with merit and pride, had hoped for a son, but his hopes were in vain. A daughter brought up as the son he'd then gained. She'd master with prowess, pursuing her thrills, a boxer with cricket and horse riding skill.
Sorry, be quiet.
A scholar from birth, she was nobody's fool. And when her father died, to London she would move.
Oscar, wake up. Oscar.
She would marry. 2 children she would carry. Her man, however, he was violent and scary. He gave her the chills, so she used her forceful skills. She boxed him and then ran for the hills.
Wow, bless you.
Sorry, Vicar.
Her daughter, a baby of just 2 months old, she gave up for adoption, or so it is told. Her son, who stayed with her, was cherished and loved. But any old father would not be enough. So she gave up her gender and took on the role and sailed off to France with the infant in tow.
Oscar, you're snoring again.
No, I'm not.
She named herself Captain, a hero of war who fought many battles, or so people thought. Wearing medals, posing as captain and colonel, the life that she led was quite formal. Smoking cigars, she dined with the stars and rode in the best motor cars.
Is that your tummy rumbling?
It's louder than the bloody organ.
Do you know where the wing is?
It's at the community centre.
Oh, community centre, right. They usually do a good spread at the community centre. And then she remarried, a girl, so they say, in military fashion on a beautiful day. From Brighton, they'd moved to a place far away, to Kensingland Beach, and here they would stay. She declared to her wife, "I'm a victim of war. There are things in my life I can't do anymore." Her wife held her hand, saying, "I understand. There's more to our love, and our life will be grand." Life was magic, but life can also be tragic. And sometimes it does make you panic when health lets you down. In a hospital gown, and you hope that there's no one around. The nurses came. They called out her name, but you can guess for sure they soon spoiled her game. Then she proclaimed nothing would change. Here she'd remain. The men's ward is where she'd stay. She will be buried with medals of honour and merit. At the tender age of 65, we have lost her. Our thoughts and prayers are with you and all her loved ones, who no doubt will miss her greatly. And now, if you'd like to turn to page 20 in your hymn book, we shall sing together in fond memory of Captain Lilias.
Nothing would change, here she'd remain. The man's word is where she'd stay. She was buried with medals of honor and merit. Now
Next week, we have an incredible war story for you as Chris Richardson tells us the tale of the Flower of Dunkirk. Folk-a-Dilly Tales is a Zingaro Blue production. It was written, produced and edited by Mario and Lesley Price. Mixed by Frank Erlenkämper. The poems, lyrics and songs are also written by Mario and Lesley Price. My name is John Hales and I've been your host. Additional voices by Mario and Lesley Price. The contents of this podcast are based on the book Folk Stories, Legends and Poems by Mario and Lesley Price and are available as a book and an e-book from Amazon under the name Folk Stories, Legends and Poems. The music can be found under that same name and as volumes 1 and 2 streaming on all major platforms. The music for our poem this week was Fugue by Liborio Conti. The music for the story was by Scott Buckley. You can find the link to these compositions in the comments below. Be sure to check out our music videos that tell some of our stories on YouTube. For more information about Zingaro Blue, visit our website at www.zingaroblue.co.uk or find additional links in the comments section. If you've enjoyed this podcast, please hit the follow button so that you can listen to the next episode of Folk-a-Dilly Tales. Thanks for listening.